Well, there's only so much time to figure out the video game. If you're watching this, you are watching the video. We don't know what we're saying anymore half the time, but it's good to break it down and find out what it is. In the movie, there's aliens, and they use technological breakthroughs and advances to their advantage to harness and corral and keep, pretty much like birds, I guess, the organism, not human organism, but yes, the humane side. There's two sides to the organism that is potentially human, and then the other one is just not human yet. It probably has no potential, right? So, okay, so in the movie, that's probably likely that scenario can be picked up. Let's just run with it. So then, because we do talk about narcissism, but what is that? And we say, well, it's the mind, and then we loop into the information that says, well, the mind is not human, and neither is fear, and the mind and fear could be the same. If there ever was an illness that it has, or it is that, because it's not hooked into reality itself. That was my last video, that it's just kind of a reminder. So now, on this earth, there is a huge population, right? Perhaps we can see it, yes. If we go up in outer space, I suppose, or elevate, and we go over city areas, we can just figure, man, in those boxes are people residing there, and they are chugging away. So just saying that there's an organism on the planet. So it's being controlled by something other than its own intelligence. Let's just say that, okay, right? I don't think it's found a way to bring up its capability in and of its own way of itself, not without the alien influencing. And that influence isn't necessarily a help up, or like say, or like all for the very evolutionary process, or say the goals for the organism's potential. Like if it had a side, which that's the question, whether or not the organism has an enlightened side, like that it just already knows, like somehow, I don't know, I just get downloads, and I woke up the next day, I built it, I followed this. There's like a lot of it could be related to paranormal experiences, but really it's just being human, and it's particularly the ability to create and be have that kind of talent. Of course, you have enough resources there, enough freedom and access to it. You are now building something, or you're, yeah, demonstrating something that could maybe benefit us all. And see, because we can't say that technologies are always bad, but if they're being harnessed and then used against us, like, to keep us in a certain way, well, what do you think? I'm just tossing the subject matter around, just talking here. It's Saturday, I think, and tomorrow is Sunday, and I'm just here in alarm of my own life, of course, because there is only so much time here, really, and so yeah, it's important to surround yourself with the right people, blah, blah, blah. But can we ever hear? Like, what is going on with that? Does it matter? See, I am definitely in a weird place. In my, it's, for me, I don't know. I have to do it all myself, as far as figuring out like who I want to be. Sorry, this is fucking a trippy video. Minute 40, 5:40. I am not gonna really post that part, but if I do, hit like and subscribe, because you just found me doing a little hiccup of, really, I have some stuff on my plate, which, other than trying to make social media work, I try to make people look and see it, and just try to make it work for us, beyond how that there's a middleman that could probably um that taps. See, people are so set up to accept that it's got to be done a certain way, other than just going like this and saying, "Man, I hear you," and here you go, you know, and to do it. But I guess not everybody has Cash App and PayPal, um, because I'm in a place where I, it's a very staggering. It's like I'm staggered down to stationary, right? And then now I'm my finances is stagnating because I'm not out there working. Um, I used to do yard work, and I think I've said this before in another video, and I'm going to try to edit these darn things because I don't like sounding like a broken record. I don't know, it's just me here, and I'm feeling like I need to just change a lot of stuff. There's where I'm feeling like, okay, so this fucking video is so pathetic. Just, I hope that you enjoyed the videos. I might be done doing them because I am, my sense of reaching out and being heard in a particular way. Let's just talk about how that I'm trying to get people to give me money. I'm going to, the Mars Pluto opposition is proving for me to be kind of awkward. And this isn't good because I've been trying to fight it. I've been trying to say, no, this is not something that is for me. And I would rather talk about it. I would rather, that's one of the things that I feel that's not for me, is that because that communication factor is huge. If you are thinking forward and you need to communicate something that like you can see, or if you have any kind of visions or something, you should be able to communicate. And I don't want it to be like it's just me and everybody in my wake. God, thanks for listening to this. Because I am Mars ruled, and we have a pivoting point coming up with when it opposes Pluto. Um, the Sun and Mercury are opposed Uranus also. Sorry, those chickens are distracting me. I'm out there, and I let them out, and they're close, really close to me when I let them out. They're just hanging out with me, and this is the way my animals are. I mean, we are to notice that really. I mean, the animals really depend. Their well-beings depend on how conscious we are of their well-being, really, and how what they need and why they're even there, kind of a thing. And to me, that includes every wildlife thing that's around, and you can manage it. They can't. You can find harmony. You know, that's why I got the cat, is because I have a home that in the mountains, and my grandma has always had a cat around here, and I love cats, and I tend to bond with all animals though, and even the darn mouse. See, the mouse is right now that we're downstairs, and I've seen them increasing since my cat died last February. Um, they started to get vocal in this past week, especially around the Halloween, the days leading to Halloween. Man, they were talking at me and yelling and screaming, and I could just tell. I know it's because they have, since the cat is there, and she has her litter box in the corner, and she has noticed them, and she can't grow fast enough. I mean, I can tell she's definitely growing right in front of my face, and we've been playing with a stick, and I've been exercising her body, and I can tell she's getting her shape and her back legs and everything. So anyway, thanks for listening to this. I'll post this. I'll edit it a little bit um, to make it better. I just won't edit my hair much. I'm sorry, I'm under a certain kind of amount of stress. You know how that it can get, and it goes to the body, and then I guess there's where it's like it's a pathetic race because uh, yeah, I don't want to get old and get disease. You know, it's time to reorientate. My I'm a Wyatt, and it's time to not take life so seriously and start and keep having fun, keep dreaming, keep being who you can be, which is, I don't know, you can say that I'm somebody who has high standards, but there's a lot of, boy, you wouldn't know it right now. I mean, at least I should have taken a shower before I made this video. Sorry. I think that a lot's going to change when Pluto goes into Aquarius. But you see, when that happens, we will see, we're going to experience this opposition, Mars opposition to Pluto, while it's for the last time it's in Capricorn, and it's kind of like goodbye to the stress of the control system. And I think, well, who's really going to be doing that like here right now? It's going to be like a slow, gradual, like, well, did you notice that you're trying to kill love over the money run and stuff like that? Because the saying goes, and scientists are studying, and mainly of them are spiritual gurus, who say that nothing is worth anything, a damned. Nothing is worth a damned here without love conducting it and being behind it. And there's where we have to reassess, like, what do we really know about what love really is? And I say it's just an availability to the present moment, which includes, like, right, the present moment is outer space, this moment now, and then you have all of this stuff in it. Now you're going to focus on something. Love is your certain ability not to focus, but it's just to be aware and become more and more aware of something. And that's not necessarily focusing. It's just letting, because awareness is, I mean, the best thing to do is become aware as the air. You know, reality itself. Just become, and notice, you know, like right now, I'm kind of irritated that those chickens are making so much noise. You know, there's a lot that I need to do today down there and get ready. Apropos for right now, it's like right before winter time, and it's not good to just wait until a couple days before, you know, it's going to start storming or something, because usually it's, talk about feelings. You know, you get uncomfortable feelings when you're not like taken care of that way, and I'm hoping to be semi taken care of. I mean, I've been doing good with what little has been thrown at me, and as far as, yes, I found that long ass plastic tarp on the side of the road. It was blown off or something. I noticed it, and when I came back around, I noticed it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back and pick that thing up. So I picked it up and I brought it home, and it works. It's a heavy duty rain shield, and but I need to, oh, sorry about, thanks for listening to this, but I have to reorientate I gotta shield my chicken's coop on the fucking trailer. It seems like every year I do that, but and I every year I wing it. You know, I do have duct tape, and I do have a way. I save their feed bags and make tarps out of those. If you duct tape it, they're pretty good rain, but not really. You would be surprised. I mean, of course, most of you know. Hi, you. Like and subscribe. It's minute 17. How boring can we get here in Oklahoma? Um, the plastic is made to fucking biodegrade. Those tarps and stuff, they wear out in a not even a year. Depends on the chemtrail and how hot and whatever, right? You have to buy one every year because they just disintegrate. And if you don't get rid of them before they disintegrate, you have disintegrated tarp material all around your yard and shit. It is just ridiculous the way that, yeah, okay, so we'll finish this up about the meaning, or the intention behind rubbers and plastics was to make them last forever. That they boast that they will never have to be replaced in at least 2,000 years, let alone 90 or 200. And I do have some plastic made like thermos and stuff that, no, you can tell it's like, no, this is the original intention. Is I think it's around the 1940s as they made plastics to last. but then it's just a big industry, like because people were complaining that it doesn't last or something, and it's bad for the environment because it doesn't last. I mean, because it doesn't biodegrade. Fucking mix up bullshit because it's like, well, yeah, we get the intention of just building one and having it last throughout lifetime or lifetimes. And why do you need so many of them? You know, as far as plastic containers, the thermoses that I was talking about, like to water plants and stuff, and kind of a thing. But God, it's just a mess out there, isn't it? Do you ever think about it? Because in the name of, it's not just, oh, we know how to work with our hands and we can do it. We're addicted to working with our hands. It's not really that, because a lot of it is industrialized, right? And machinery are doing it. It's just the same darn movie I'm trying to talk about, the aliens having us do shit. That if they didn't work their methods of because like who makes bullets? Who makes the bullets and the gunpowder and the whole mechanism, machinery, and harnesses the real life industrial powered uh, mechanics to make those weapons that constantly threaten our lives, that makes us live the way we do. Comment section down below, I guess. 2020. Have your 2020 vision on. Did you get it on yet?